you can see, I have washed my containers that I keep from my plants that I have brought from Lowe's or Home Depot, and I have bleached them, sterilized them, getting ready to plant up my plants. So when you see these cups, you know I'm going to put a plant that I started from seed into these cups, and hopefully this cup will be big enough to hold this plant until it's time for me to put it outside. Now, normally, your girl was slacking because normally I would have these already washed, clean, ready to rock and roll. So when it came to the next growing season, all these containers would have been prepped and ready to go. But child, let me tell you, I did so much in this last growing season that by the time I took these plants out of these pots, I just put them in my containers, closed that lid, and I was said, we will deal with you when the time comes. So now I wish and I hope that I would have cleaned these containers because I have over 20 containers here. So that's all right. I got it done. So now let me show you what plants I grew from seed that are going into these containers. I'm so excited, you guys. So excited. So let me show you what plants that will be going into these beautiful, bleached, clean containers. Okay, so here are the plants that will be going into those containers, and they are my bell peppers. Look at these bell peppers. They are ready to go into a container because they have their true leaves on them, and they are ready to spread their leaves, get their roots all, give it some room to grow bigger, stronger peppers. So I'm going to be planting up some. These are my Malaysia peppers right here. Malaysia's right here. And then this one is my cayenne long that I'm making my red pepper flakes. Look at that. And these ones right here are my California Wonders. I'm going to plant them up. And then I have my hot salsa peppers, which you know, that's what I made my salsa last season. And these right here, let me see. These are hot jalapeno peppers. Yep, gotta have some of those as well. And these are the star of the show. These are my Cubanelles. Look at this. These Cubanelle peppers are not playing around. Look at that. They look beautiful. So I'm about to go out into the garage where I normally plant my plants up, and I will take you out there with me, and we're going to get some of these plants planted up. I won't be planting up this Cubanelle right here because it just popped up a few days ago. So once I plant up all its brothers and sisters here, then he'll have this whole tray to himself. So he can really stretch out and do what he do. And that's grow me some beautiful, beautiful peppers. All right, guys, let me go get set up in the garage and let's get to planting these peppers. Guys, I got my stuff all set up. I have my pan that I'm going to be filling up with my soil, and any kind of soil that falls, this pan will catch it. And the first peppers that we're going to be planting up is going to be my Cubanelles, my favorite one. So I'm going to take this first Cubanelle pepper right here. And as you can see, look at the roots on that Cubanelle pepper. It is saying, Renee, I am so ready to get planted. So I'm going to just leave this Cubanelle alone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of soil in the bottom because I want to get this Cubanelle as deep as I can so it'll have a fighting chance. And then I'm just going to put it down into this container. And your girl is just going to fill it up. But first, let me take off these lower leaves. They're old, true leaves. The first baby leaves that they have. Let me show you. These are the first leaves that it started out with. So I'm just going to pinch that off because we don't need those anymore. They did their job. They got it to this where this Cubanelle pepper has its true leaves on there. So we're going to stick that in this container that I cleaned with some bleach water. And I always use the two scissor hands and I hold it. And then I just start putting some soil around it until we fill it on up. Because I want this Cubanelle to be secure. I want the stem to get strong. Because when it's time for me to put it outside, I want this bad boy to be ready to rock and roll. So we're going to just stick that soil around it. Put as much and tap it down. I probably won't be able to get all these planted today because I need to make up some more soil. But that looks good. Look at that. First one done. Isn't that beautiful? And it's going to be in this container until it is ready to go outside. So just for food for thought, whenever you buy these containers at your big box stores, don't throw them away. Keep them because you can repurpose and reuse them. And I just put Cubanelle pepper with some painter's tape and wrote the name on it, so I'll know exactly what this pepper plant is. And you know I'm all about repurposing and reusing, so I am so excited about that because this saves me a lot of money and I don't have to go to the store and I don't have to buy more containers. See, I'm trying to cut my costs this season because I'm going to need that extra little money to put it somewhere else. So let's take our next Cubanelle pepper. Looks like this. I'm going to take off that lower leaf because we don't need it. I'm going to put him, this one has some good roots on it too, you see. And I never try to take the plant out of that little pea pellet because it's already established itself in the pea pellet. Unless there's another plant in there with it, then I will separate it. Because, you know, they both need their own growing space. And I'm trying to get this pepper to grow the best that I can. Make it as strong as I can. Because once I get it outside in those elements, child, these peppers they're going to have to deal with it. Because, you know, usually I always have a sacrificial A team and a B team. So I always put the peppers that I don't think are doing so well, I call them the A team. And then I say, okay, A team is doing the best it can. All right, B team, you got to go out there and represent. So they have made me proud so far when I put them out there in my A and B team. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Let's get our next Cubanelle pepper. And this one's kind of growing kind of wonky, but that's okay because when I put it in this pot and I put that soil around it, it will straighten itself up because it's not going to have no choice because I'm going to force it to do the right thing. Because the end result is what? Peppers. We want some good, beautiful Cubanelle peppers. And I try to put my plants in the middle of the container so they won't be growing all to one side. But once you start doing it, you'll get the hang of it, and it'll be so easy that it'll come to you second nature. So let me finish planting up the rest of these peppers, and then I'll come back and I will show you what they look like. Because I am so proud of my bell peppers so far. They are making me proud. Woohoo! So happy. Look at that Cubanelle pepper. Look at that. Love it, love it, love it. So I have 3 of them already planted up so far. All right, guys, I'll come back when I get the rest of these planted. I wanted to come back and show you this real quick before I start on another pepper. You see how this Cubanelle has, let me take this one leaf. You see how this one has two? Because remember I told you I put 2 seeds in each one of my pea pellets. And this one still has a little seed on it. You see it? Right here. Got the seed still on it. Well, this is how I split this. I take my scissors and I cut it. Some of that pea pellet. I just snip it a little bit. And then I just divide it. I find where that plant is. And this one's doing so good. Because I was gonna like just cut it off. But then I'm like, so I just take it and I just split it apart gently. And I find where the roots are. And then I just take my scissors. I'm holding it in between my hands. And I just cut it. And now I have 2 plants. I'm going to put this one back in a smaller pot because it still needs time to grow. And then I'm going to take this one. That's the biggest. And I'm going to plant that one. So let me just sit that one right there for now. So let's plant this one. Take the old leaves off. All right. We're going to sit this bad boy in there. Scissor it up so I can keep it straight while I add more soil to it. And then I'm just going to fill it around the other side. And I'm just going to tuck it in. It's like I'm tucking in a baby in its bed. And there you go. That Cubanelle has been planted. And like I said, I'm going to take the little smaller one because I still have 2. The one I just split right here. And then I have this one that are still too small. I don't know if you can see it because this one's a small one that still needs time to grow. And this is the one that I just split from that other plant. So once I finish planting all these other ones, I'm going to put that one that I split in its own little container and let it do what it do. All right, guys, let me finish up and I'll be right back. Guys, here is the peppers that I was able to pot up. So over here, I have the hot salsa peppers. Over here, I have the Lasia peppers. Then I have some more hot salsa peppers and jalapeno peppers. And then I have the California Wonders, which is all right here. And then this line is all my Cubanelle peppers. Look at that. And all over here. And the only ones I wasn't able to pot up was the California long slim red. The ones that I'm going to make by red bell pepper. Well, I always say red bell pepper flakes. It's my crushed red peppers. These are the ones I didn't have time where I ran out of soil. So I'm going to have to make up some more soil. But I wanted to give you guys a good look at all my peppers. So far I have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. 23 peppers that I have to get them situated and get them under the grow light, and they can have a light feeding of some fertilizer. I'm going to dilute it so they'll get used to it, and then that'll make them big and strong. Woohoo! My bell peppers are coming in nicely, you guys. I'm so excited about how well they are looking. Look at that. Just beautiful. So I'm going to baby them the best that I can so I can keep them going, make them big and strong, and then I will be able to introduce you to Bell Pepper Lane. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're out there potting up your seedlings that are now turning into beautiful plants because your girl over here in Renee's garden, she's getting her stuff started. All right, guys, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up, share me out. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll know when I have another video coming to you. And I definitely will keep you guys updated on how my bell peppers are doing. All right, guys, take care. One more look at my bell peppers. Beautiful.